Okay, now that we've got that all out of the way, that was fun. But let's actually get into the meat and potatoes, the real reason you clicked on this video. The huge new update from Whoop called Whoop Coach. How do I explain it? Basically, it's like Chat GPT, but literally the only thing it's studying is you. That's right. So they partnered with OpenAI to create this AI-based coaching. And I'll be honest, when they first told me about it, I was like, this is really underwhelming. I'm not going to lie. But then I started using it. So I've had it for, I want to say, a week and a half. Like right before I went on this trip is when I got it. And I didn't use my phone much. And most of the time, like the whole Pacific Northwest, I didn't even have cell service. So I really didn't get to use it much. And the first couple times I used it, I was like, oh, this is cool. I can ask support for help, or I can do a few other things. But when I got back home and I started diving into it and asking it some questions, I was like, holy crap. Like, this can do some incredible stuff. For instance, I asked it, hey, I want to run a 5K and I want to run it in 24 minutes. That's an 8-minute mile pace, which is like 2.5 minutes faster than I can currently do it. And I asked it, can you make me a training program? Little dot, 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 dot. And all of a sudden, it spits out a training program telling me how many days a week to run at a certain intensity, very thorough, very detailed. And I was kind of like, wow, I did not expect that. The problem, like when you're on a website and a little chat bot pops up, I hate talking to those because that technology can't jump from one of your thoughts to the next thought. It can't like keep going with you and you just get a ton of blanket statements. This is not that. It was super impressive. And the fact that it could give me that, then the next question I asked it was like, hey, I feel like I'm stressed all the time. My stress is just pegged. Whenever I fill out my journal, stress, maximum. Hey, Whoop Coach, am I like as stressed as everybody else my age? And it comes back and it was like, well, you average this kind of stress and people your age average this sort of stress. So I would actually say you're below average. Like, wow, this is really cool. And, and then I could ask it like, what should I do to be better about it? Now, here is where things get wonky. For one reason or another, just to let you know, it didn't work the same way anymore. I set this up to shoot this, and all of a sudden, it just stopped working like that. No longer was I getting the really detailed, thorough answers. I was getting more generic answers or things where it was like, oh, I can't answer that. It's like, you just did. You just answered it. The main reason for this is a huge update, and they are slowly rolling it out so they don't have massive bugs. If they gave it to everybody right away and there was a bad bug and it all crashed, this is a shitstorm, right? When I talked to my contact at Whoop, that's what it sounds like is happening. There's a bug. It should be fixed. Like for like a day, I couldn't even connect my Whoop. Now I can connect it. Then the coach like literally just disappeared from the phone. Now it's back. So when I'm asking it questions, it's not really giving me great answers. I'll show you it though. I want to show you the Whoop Coach, how to use it, but just so you know, it's not where it's capable of being. I've seen what it can do, and I can't wait till it gets to that point again after the bug fixes. Right now, it's just not that awesome. So let's open up Whoop. Good evening, Brandon. So this is kind of new, right? These little things, it says peak recovery. Great, thanks for the notifications. You're all set. Now, right below that, what shifts up is Whoop Coach, and it says ask me anything. And so we can ask it something like, hey, what's HRV? Hey, what's HRV? The reason I start with something like this is to give you an idea of who this new feature is going to be good for. And originally I thought it was just going to be good for beginners. But again, I don't think that's the case. I think it's going to be great for everyone because it's based on you. And the more you use it, the better it gets. As you can see here, we're getting a pretty lengthy explanation about HRV. Great. I want to throw something a little more difficult at it and a little more specific to me. So I'm going to try that stress question again. Oh, it even gave me like articles on everything I needed to know about HRV and like how to improve it. But am I as stressed as my peers? ... To compare your stress levels with your peers, you'll need to open your stress monitor on the Whoop app. They give you the most... See, the last time it was like, well, what group of people do you want to compare yourselves to? So maybe I'll try that. Let's try asking it a different way. Am I as stressed as everybody else? So much of ChatGPT is giving it the right prompts, and maybe that's all we need to do here. It says that, but then it goes, however, looking at your average recovery and strain provides some insight. Your average recovery is 60%, which is on par with the average men for your age group, 40 to 44, which is also 60%. This suggests that your body is recovering from stress similarly to your peers. Your average strain of 16.3 is greater than the average of 12.8. So that's cool. Let's throw something a little more difficult at it and see if we can run into the same issue that I had earlier. Can you build me a training program to help me run a 5K in 24 minutes? It's thinking. It's still thinking. Absolutely, Whoop can help you guide you towards achieving that 5K goal. Based on your current strain of 13.5 and optimal strain, start with a 10-minute walk to warm up. Incorporate 20-minute hiking, rucking session to slightly exceed your target. So this is more detailed than the answers I was getting yesterday, but it's not the training program that I got the first time. So I think it really is this prompt thing. Let's try it again. I have a goal to run a 5K in 24 minutes. Can you build me a training program? So the last time I tried this, it was like, we cannot give you a specific training program. But it just kind of did. And right now it's saying, absolutely we can. Look at this. It says, we can help you train smarter for your 5K goal. However, Whoop needs to know when your 5K is scheduled so it can provide you a personalized training program. Now, in this prompt that they gave me, it says a month, but I want a different answer, so I'm going to tell it in December. December 23rd, 2023. Let's see what happens. Awesome. With your 5K race schedule for December, here we go. Here is a general outline of how to approach your training. I'm stoked that between yesterday and today, they've fixed whatever was malfunctioning. That bodes really well for them. And I'm getting the results that I wanted. The longer you use this, the better it's going to be. So use the Whoop Coach, put in as much biometric data as you possibly can. Fill out your journals. That's going to go a long way with the Whoop Coach. And pretty soon, if you don't have it right now, remember it's slowly rolling out. You're going to have Whoop Coach in beta. It's in beta. And you're going to be able to get some really cool stuff out of this. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later. Peace.